How's it going, everybody? C-RadTV back here with another video. So, of course, it is time for the NFL Week 16 picks. Yes, we are at the second to last week of the 2019 NFL regular season. Man, it's crazy how this season has passed by fast. But yeah, of course, my picks last week went 10-6, so my overall record improves to 135-90. But yeah, 2 weeks to go. Of course, this week, we have teams battling for playoff spots, teams trying to lock up division titles, other teams trying to gain seeding in the AFC and the NFC, and you've got some teams just trying to tank and trying to get the best draft pick possible with their seasons over. But yeah, anyway, enough talk. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. So, of course, this week we have 3 Saturday games, so let's go through all 3 Saturday games. So the first Saturday game we have here, we have the 1 o'clock game. The Houston Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing in Tampa Bay. Houston locks up a playoff spot with a win or a Titans loss. Houston also locks up a division title with a win or a Titans loss. So yeah, big game for the Texans. Of course, Tampa Bay already eliminated. Tampa Bay's just trying to play for a draft pick. I'm going to say Texans get this one. Give me the Houston Texans to win, and potentially that means they'll lock up a playoff spot. Which they should. They deserve to be in the playoffs. They've had a really good season. So continuing on, next game we have here is the 4 o'clock game. We have the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots playing in New England. So, of course, both teams already locked into the playoffs. So for New England, they lock up the AFC East with a win. Buffalo could make it come down to Week 17 with a win. Also, by the way, if New England wins or Kansas City loses, New England actually would lock up a round 1 bye with a win and a Chiefs loss. Yeah, give me the Patriots. Buffalo's had a really good season, but Buffalo, if you really want to prove that you can dethrone the Patriots, you have to actually beat them first for me to take you serious. So until that time, I'm taking New England to win the AFC East. Give me the Patriots in that one. And our third and final Saturday game is the Saturday night game. We got the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers playing in San Francisco. 49ers still trying to stay at pace with the Seattle Seahawks entering Week 17. And for the Rams, this game for the Rams is a must-win game for the Rams to keep their playoffs hopes alive. Because if the Rams lose, they're eliminated, and that would give the Vikings the 6th and finals. That would give the Vikings the second wild card at the moment. But if the 49ers lose and the Seattle Seahawks win, Seattle locks up the NFC West. Yeah, give me the 49ers. The Rams just have been so inconsistent this year. Give me the 49ers in this one. But yeah, anyway, now it's time to move into the Sunday games. So first Sunday game we have here. Oh God, how many Tank Bowls are we going to have this week? So this Tank Bowl sees the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons playing in Atlanta. Of course, both teams still playing for, I guess, at least a top 10 draft pick or even lower because I think it's like a 5-6 way tie for the 7th pick because it's all 5 and 9 teams. Atlanta's part of that mix in a 3-way tie. Jacksonville's just behind. So this is a big game in terms of the draft seeding. Sadly for this game really has no effect on the Detroit Lions whatsoever. So there's not much time to pay attention to this game. So, give me the Atlanta Falcons in this one. I'm going to take the Falcons. Give me the Falcons to win this game. Next game we have, though, has importance. We have the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns playing in Cleveland. This is a must-win game for the Cleveland Browns to keep their playoff hopes alive. Cleveland needs to at least win this game to stay alive for Week 17. For Baltimore, Baltimore locks up a round 1 bye with a win or a Chiefs loss. Baltimore can also lock up the first seed this week in the AFC with a win or a Patriots loss. So if Baltimore wins, then potentially we could see the road to the Super Bowl go through Baltimore this year. Yeah, give me the Ravens. You know, the Browns have just been too inconsistent, too undisciplined. They've had too many penalties this year. So give me the Ravens to win this game. So yeah, give me the Ravens in that one. Next game we have here, we have the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans playing in Tennessee. Tennessee needs a win to stay at pace with the Steelers for the wild card. They also need a win to stay at pace with the Houston Texans in terms of the AFC South. The Saints, they locked up a playoff spot last week. By the way, congrats to Drew Brees on his on passing Peyton Manning on the all-time career touchdowns list. And of course, his great game last Monday night. Like, only one incompletion, god damn. That's a dream most quarterbacks can only dream of. But of course, you know, the Saints, they're still battling for top seed in the NFC. Since the number 1 seed in the NFC is a 3-way tie between the Packers, Seahawks, and the Saints. And I guess if you want to throw the 49ers in there too, since those 4-3 teams are 11-3. So that top spot in the NFC is still up for grabs. Gonna be a crazy couple weeks. We could potentially see 13-3, maybe not even 13-3, 12-4 might not even be good enough to make it to a first round bye. But yeah, this one, yeah, give me the Saints in this one. Give me the Saints. I got New Orleans. Next game, we got two teams that had playoff ambitions, but have now have to just settle on for a Tank Bowl. So this Tank Bowl sees the Carolina Panthers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Of course, Indianapolis was eliminated last week with a loss to the Saints on Monday night. I mean, for the Colts, I thought they would have a shot at the playoffs until Andrew Luck retired. But yeah, with Andrew Luck's retirement, it means that any progress the Colts have made within the last year and a half was officially for pretty much nothing. You know, hey, I'll give the Colts kudos. You tried. You tried this year. You tried, you know, just need another year to get things together. But yeah, for this game, give me the Colts in this one, because Carolina is just so inconsistent this year. But yeah, give me the Colts over the Panthers in this one. Give me an Indianapolis. And our next game, time to prepare for a Tank Bowl with actual meaning. So this is a Tank Bowl a lot of Detroit Lions fans will have their eyes on. We have the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins playing in Miami. Of course, let me lay this situation out here for you. If Miami wins and Detroit loses, Detroit moves up in the draft order and Miami falls to 5th. And of course, Cincinnati's still trying to battle for that first overall spot. The good news is they're 2 games behind, which we call it the Giants and the Redskins. And oh, by the way, if Miami loses this week, and either the Giants or the Redskins win, actually, if Miami loses, if Cincinnati loses regardless, Cincinnati will officially lock up the first overall pick. So potentially, we could see Cincinnati walk out with the 2019 NFL Tank Bowl championship. So yeah, give me the Dolphins in this one, and have Cincinnati locking up the first overall pick this year. So Cincinnati, please step forward and pick up your Joe Burrow, or a player of your choosing. Continuing on, next game, we got a game of importance. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets playing in New York. Right now, Pittsburgh still holds the second wild card spot. Steelers still control their own destiny. So yeah, Steelers, of course, need a win to stay at pace and still control their own destiny. They're playing the butt fumble the Jets. The Jets playing for a draft pick. I'm going to say Steelers in a close game. On paper, Steelers should blow the Jets out, but if we know the Steelers for anything, the Steelers are notorious for playing down to their competition and making games more competitive than it should be. So, give me the Steelers in that one in a close game. In our next game, we have another Tank Bowl of importance to talk about. So this Tank Bowl is to decide who will finish in the basement of the NFC East. We have the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. And keep in mind, folks, if Detroit loses this week, then the winner of this game will lose draft spots. So potentially, if Detroit loses, they could gain at least one, maybe two spots in the draft order this week. So yes, this is a Tank Bowl of importance. I'm going to say the Giants win this game because the Redskins have been complete and utter fucking trash this year. Hail to the Deadskins. Honestly, I think a lot of fans had the Redskins in the NFC East basement this year. So yeah, give me the Giants to win and sweep the Redskins. And like I just said, hail to the Deadskins. In our next game, it is now time for the Mile High Tank Bowl. So the Mile High Tank Bowl sees the Detroit Kitty Cats and the Denver Donkeys playing in Mile High in Denver. Of course, if Detroit loses and the Giants/Redskins and Dolphins win, Detroit could move up 2 spots in the draft. Well, honestly, the loser of Giants-Redskins will have the 2nd overall pick at the moment. So really, if Detroit loses, they could improve their draft position. So yeah, give me the Broncos in this one because Denver's trying to build momentum entering the end of the season. So yeah, give me the Broncos in this one here. Now continuing on to our next game. We have the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers playing in Los Angeles. So it's going to be a stadium full of Raiders fans. At least that's what we think after last week. Of course, Raiders, lost their final home game in Oakland last week. And of course, the fans booed Derek Carr off the field. They threw nachos and all kinds of shit on the field too. Even damaging seats and taking them out of the stadium. But of course, for the Raiders, this is a must-win game. Raiders need to win this game to stay alive in the AFC playoff race. Raiders lose this game, they are eliminated. Chargers, of course, playing for a draft pick. They're part of that 5-way clusterfuck for the 7th overall pick. So yeah, give me the Raiders in this one. Give me the Raiders to win this one. Next game, we have the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles playing in Philadelphia. If Dallas wins, then Dallas locks up that poor excuse of a division called the NFC East. If the Eagles win, then it comes down to Week 17 to decide that division. Sadly, both teams have been inconsistent and played like dog shit, but somebody has to win that division. Yeah, give me the Cowboys. The Eagles have just been too banged up. And they've been too inconsistent. The Cowboys actually had some consistency when they finally beat a team over 500 this year. So yeah, give me the Cowboys in this one to sweep the Eagles again. I just think Dallas has Philadelphia's number right now. Just give me the Cowboys in this one. Next game, we have the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks playing in Seattle. Seattle locks up the NFC West with a win and a 49ers loss. But if the Seahawks win and the 49ers win, then it comes down to Week 17 for the NFC West between both teams. And also, the Seahawks are still battling for the first seed in the NFC. I mean, Cardinals are playing for a draft pick. Cardinals enter this game 6th in the draft order. So Cardinals are going to be looking to protect their draft spot. Yeah, give me the Seahawks in this one. It'll be a good, interesting game to see Kyler Murray take on Russell Wilson. But yeah, give me the Seahawks in that one. Give me Seattle. Of course, our final game, our next Sunday night game, we have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears playing in Chicago. Last Sunday, Chicago's hopes of Bears Super Bowl officially died. Because with the Bears losing to the Packers and the Vikings winning, the Bears have been eliminated. And that, Judah Tribe, is why you don't guarantee the Bears would win the Super Bowl almost, 9-10 months in advance? That is why you don't guarantee shit. It always comes back to backfire. It's okay, Chicago. It's not like I had massive expectations for you. Oh, wait. That's right, I picked this to win the NFC North this year. Son of a bitch. Knew I should have took the fucking Packers. God damn it. Fuck. Last time I ever buy into the fucking Bears hype and bullshit. Now next year you have to fucking prove something to me. And oh, by the way, Bears, now that you're eliminated, you can't even tank. Because keep in mind, Bears, your first round pick this year is property of the Oakland Raiders. Because you traded your 2020 first round pick in that Khalil Mack trade. Was it still worth it? And oh, by the way, Bears, I hope you like cap hell coming in your future. Because Mitch Kissing Titties is going to be demanding a payday soon. Along with Kevin White, Roquan Smith, and a few others. So yeah, you're fucked. So yeah, the Bears this year, they can't even tank if they want to now in the next couple weeks. Because if a Bears lose, it just improves the draft position for the Raiders. So yeah, for this game, give me the Kansas City Chiefs in this one. Give me the Chiefs because the Chiefs are still fighting for a round 1 bye in the AFC. So yeah, give me the Chiefs in that one. And oh, Bears, you were the victims of ref ball last week against the Packers. You know what? I'm going to show the Bears the same love Judah Tribe and his boyfriend Bully Mills showed the Lions in Week 6 when the Lions got fucked over by ref ball. Here's the love, Chicago. The Bears didn't get cheated by the refs. You cheated yourselves. Karma is such a bitch, isn't it, Judah Tribe? But let us move on. Next up, Monday night game. For the NFC North, we have the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings playing in Minnesota. Of course, a Green Bay win means that the Packers would lock up the NFC North. A Vikings win means it would come down to Week 17 for the division. And also, a Vikings lock up a playoff spot with a win or a Rams loss. So Saturday, the Vikings could potentially lock up a playoff spot without even having to play on their day off. But yeah, this one, Minnesota's just been undefeated at home. I think this is a tough game. It could go either way. I know I'm going to say Vikings in this one. They've just been so good at home this year. I know Kirk Cousins struggles against winning teams, but the Vikings have just been pretty solid at home this year. So I say the Vikings will win, and they will spoil Green Bay's shot at sweeping the entire division. Give me the Vikings in this one. But yeah, those are my NFL Week 16 picks. What are your picks? Let's go debate down in the comments. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, folks. Hope everyone's a great day, and yeah, peace out.